So we got our 600D in, and we're gonna be testing some lighting on them right here. Just gonna be trying a wide shot. Let's see how this looks. This is what you look like right off the bat. Great. This is what it's looking like with just this attachment. You can see what our skin looks like. Lovely. We're at 61 power. I feel like she's nicely lit. There is some shimmering going on. Don't really like that. So yeah, I'm gonna try a different attachment. Now we've got the hyper reflector on, so we're gonna try that. Woo. Does that seem brighter?
Yeah.
Yeah, that definitely is brighter. I don't think we need to be at 61% for that. We could go down to probably about 20%. Wow. But we can see a reflection behind you. Okay, this is at 34%. Now we're breaking out the light dome. Baby is impressed. What can I say?
She wants to play with it.
Yeah, it comes with two different covers. One is more white, the other is more cream. And then we have this mesh thing, which I've seen a lot of people use, but I haven't really known exactly what it does before. So we're gonna try this out. Now we've got the big boy up. Let's try this. On here we're using the white panel. Next we'll try the cream. See how that looks. So this is at 34 brightness. Definitely I think the most flattering it looks. We can see the reflection behind you, but it's more subtle. I probably have to put the light more off to the side to hide it better. How does that look on your eyes?
It feels better than the reflector one.
Okay. 47%. And we're still charging a V-mount battery, which is pretty cool. Pretty nice how it's held up by Velcro. You just change it out so easily. Now we've got the more cream look up there. We're gonna try this. See if it makes a difference. All right, taking a look at your skin tone here. Maggie's, same brightness. Should be about the same. Seems a little more gentle.
Maybe it's just thicker.
It might be. Does it feel more gentle to you?
I can see less definition of like the light in there.
Okay, so that's at 47%. Let's see if I turn it up a little bit. Okay, we're at 77%. From eyeballing it, I do like the look. Now we're gonna put this mesh thing on top. Admittedly, I've never used one of these, but I have seen a lot of people use them, so they must do something. Look how cool that looks. Let's try it. Let's turn the magic dial to turn it on. 47%. How's that feel for you?
Similar, kind of same.
Let me turn it up. Feel like that. Okay, this is at 100% now.
That's not really, well.
This is like max brightness. Does that feel very bright?
It feels bright, but it doesn't feel like it has a squint.
Really interesting. I'm kind of curious. Okay, yeah, it is bright.
Yeah.
Probably depends on how you angle it too, because
Yeah.
this is like direct. Okay, this is interesting because it seems like the more direct you on, the more light you have. But if you're off to the side a little bit, you don't get light. So maybe it's for like focusing the light a little more. Cool. But that's at 100%. So there we go. Those are our tests today. Thank you, lovely lady.
You're so welcome.
And this is my newest piece of equipment. This here, I find it very useful when I get bored and I just need things to do. It's just lovely. I do need to admit that I thought the 600D had adjustable Kelvin, and I just figured out that it doesn't. Now that I own it, it's just one fixed Kelvin. Because the only, I've used Aperture 300s before, but they were always X's, but I had forgotten which model they were. So now I realize. So X is so you can control daylight balance. or light balance, Kelvin. And then the C is if you wanted color. And I was thinking the X was if you wanted like color, but I assumed they just all had adjustable Kelvin. But they don't. But this has great output, so might just be fine. We'll see.
Baby approves.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Push all the buttons.
Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. Wow.
Oh.
Oh shoot.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want to eat it? Woo. Man, you like that rig, huh? You like how I made that up there, huh?
Yeah, she.
Is that an impressive
awesome.
rig? Wow. Ah! Okay. I'm pitching 2 ideas to a client today, and this is how I'm doing it. My first idea is for a coffee shop. So I'm visually showing them what some of the different shots are going to look like and how the video is going to start. And then I have a more detailed breakdown of how the video is going to flow. And then from that, I was able to figure out how much this video would cost. So I have some visuals I'm going to give him and this summary that I'm going to give him, and then we're going to give him the cost. Which basically we've got a 14-hour shoot day, plus I'm guessing 4 days of editing at $500 a day, plus 200 miles of driving. I'll take the 100 off, and we're at 4,000. And I'm being really generous on editing. I've pretty much never finished a video in 4 days, but that's all I feel good charging them for. So anyways, that's one. And then the other one is for another shop that this guy owns. And this one, I'm proposing this more artistic video. That's what he's interested in for his shop. And so I'm visually showing how that'll start. And then I show a whole breakdown of the whole video idea and how that will work. And this one actually is a lot simpler to do because it's not tons of B-roll that we're cutting together. There's a specific flow to it. Like this happens first, then this, then this, then this. And it's completely controlled. And because of that, editing is going to go a lot faster. So that's only going to be 1 shoot day. Plus, I'm going to need an extra wide angle lens and 2 days of editing. So $500 a day. Again, there's no way it's probably going to take me like 4 or 5 days. But I feel like he should be charged that much for editing. So yeah, plus driving. So we'll take the driving off. Total is $2,200. So pretty interesting. Even though this video is going to be more artistic, this it's going to cost less. This other one is a very long shoot, and it's going to take a lot of cutting of different footage together, and it's going to take longer in post process. But yeah, this is how I'm going to pitch it. I like to give people a visual rather than just send them words, because I'm visual myself and I thrive off of pictures. So we're going to call with him in about a half hour, and I'll show him this and we'll see how it goes. This presentation went great. Just got off the phone with the client, and I was a little bit nervous about the prices because they're a coffee shop and I know coffee shops have tight margins. But I was doing my best to be fair, but it's just making a good quality video like that, it costs a lot. So, but the owner didn't flinch when I gave him the prices, which is so awesome. Like, I don't have to compromise on quality at all then, which really makes me happy. I was really trying to give them a good price. Even though it seems high, I was really trying, because there's going to be a lot of hours of work put into this. But yeah, he liked both the prices. He said, okay, cool, sounds good. He's going to talk to his partners about them. He's got 2 partners. And yeah, we'll see what happens. I definitely like giving people images. That seemed to work well. And I told him the whole story before telling the price. And then when I gave the price, I gave the breakdown. Like, this is how much for shooting, because we're shooting for this many hours. This is how much for editing. And then for one of the shoots, we needed extra gear. So I said, this is how much for extra gear. And he was like, oh, yeah, you're going to need that extra piece of gear. So it made sense. So this might just be me, but I like to keep track of how I spend my time every day. Even though I'm a freelancer and I don't have to give it to anyone, I like to keep track of how much time that I spend on everything. And I've actually been doing that for a few years. So even when I worked at a creative agency, I did this because a week will fly by. This is actually how I started doing it when I started doing freelance. I put all my freelance stuff on the bottom and then my agency work at the top. But yeah, I like seeing how I'm spending my time. This was a crazy, massive shoot. But yeah, I like seeing how I spent my time. It gives me some accountability, and yeah, I like to do that. Also, sometimes a week will go by and you're like, what did I even do? And when you write it down, you can see how you spent your time and where you could improve and what you could do. This is just what I like to do. I use this little tablet called the Remarkable. It's been great. Owned it like almost 3 years. It's been great. It's just like a piece of paper. Love it. So that's what I do. I don't know, what do you guys do? How do you keep track of your time? How do you keep yourself productive when you're the only one around? I'm about to meet up with a videographer who drove 4 hours to grab coffee with me.
No, they're not, and that's why I'm like extra excited about it, which is so funny. Love it.
This is Auggie. He's from Bakersville. He drove 4.5 hours to come grab coffee with me, which is crazy, but he did it, and it's raining outside. But here he is. So we grabbed coffee. We've been here for like almost 2 hours, just having good conversations and talking about business. He's a videographer. He's been full-time freelancing for 1.5 years now. And he almost gave up after 6 months because things like just nothing was like working out. But then doors started opening, people started hiring him for shoots. A few of his videos went kind of viral, and then things have just grown from there. So really cool learning about that.
No, yeah, these last few months have been a lot of learning process for sure. A lot of ups and downs, but more ups now than, yeah, just seeing your channel, I came across it because of David Moorfield, and I gotta check out your channel, and right off the jump I was like, yeah, I gotta come see you. It's only 4 hours, yes, it's a long time, but it's not like I'm traveling, crossing state lines or anything. But yeah, just this year I definitely wanted to connect with more people, and when I started channels, like, yeah, I gotta definitely come meet you in person for sure. Yeah, and just seeing the ambition and stuff that you're bringing, and the transparency and knowledge that you put out into your videos is just, it's amazing what you're doing, man. Yeah.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, good conversations.
Yeah.
I'll have his info down in the description if you want to connect with him. Really good guy. If you're in the Bakersfield area, you should hit him up. Or if you just want to connect with another filmmaker, I encourage you to do it. So he's in the description. So,
Yeah,
thanks for making the time, man.
Oh yeah, for sure.